Oh, it's good to see you too.
Got this.
Or I could just switch to the avatar and you can check. Hello?
I I thought you were about to head pat me. I was like,
no, I was waiting for the high five again. I was yawning, dude.
I'm like putting my head in. I'm like, okay, go ahead.
No. You go, buddy.
Fucking Gambit.
Yo.
All right, I gotta see.
I told you the fucking stories, right?
Which ones?
Squid just invited me to his world.
The Psycho Surfer and the.
I'm gonna hop over.
Nani?
Okay.
Oh shit! You haven't heard those stories?
Your heroes are still super close.
I swore I told them to everybody on my friends list, except for VRChat because I just added them.
Hi.
Yeah, I spent like 3 weeks in a mental hospital, and the craziest fucking shit happened.
I would expect there'd be crazy shit happening there. What happened?
All right, hold on. Let's get the campfire. I'll tell you.
All right.
Somehow, somewhere, you find me. Somehow, somewhere, you find me. Even though I try to go somewhere, somehow, you still find me. Even though I try to go somehow, somewhere, you find me. Even though I try to go somewhere, somehow you still find me. Even though I try to go.
So, as I mentioned earlier, the hospital, the mental ward, is divided into two little bits: PQ and PCU. PQ stands for Psychiatric Intensive Care Unit. PCU just stands for Psychiatric Care Unit. PCU is where the normal people go. You know, they're not violent, not going to hurt anybody. PQ is where the absolute violent fucking crazies go. They hurt people, they do bad shit. Now, according to mental ward policy, there is only one thing allowed to separate PQ from PCU. That's a single door.
I'm actually not.
Now, I was a little bit worried when I heard this. Because they had told me before I walked in. I'm like, but, you know, it's probably a real strong door. It's a glass door. Now, one day, I'm in the lobby. I'm doing some jigsaw puzzles. Because I'm bored. I'm bored as shit. I don't know what to do. So I'm doing some jigsaw puzzles in the lobby. And the door to PQ is behind me. Because I'm in PCU. I'm not violent. I'm just in PCU. So the door to PQ is behind me, and suddenly, from the direction of the door, I start hearing this frantic slamming. I'm like, okay, what's that? A little bit worried, but not really registering it yet, like it hasn't fully hit me. So I straighten myself up from doing my jigsaw puzzles. I turn around, and there's this naked old man beating his fist furiously against the door.
What?
And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit scared. I'm feeling those itchy pores. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, should I tell somebody? Like, what do I do here? And finally, this giant fucking black dude in a nurse's outfit just storms up behind this naked old man, you know, presses his belly against the door, pins his arm behind his back, and just carries him off back into the depths of PQ. And I'm just like,
That wasn't his first rodeo. He's had to restrain that man many times, I guarantee it.
I'm willing to bet.
So how long was the shape of his genitals pressed onto the window, the door there?
That's a detail I like to leave out of the story. My stay at this mental ward cannot get any worse, right? Week 2.
Now it's consensual. You can't fucking run away from it.
So week 2, I got some roommates, a new roommate specifically, right? Because we have roommates in this mental ward, and this is a guy who's transferring over from PQ, not the naked old man.
Okay, good.
Darn, I was hoping.
So it's not the naked old man, not the naked old man. Fucking say, speaking of naked old man, hi Krieger.
Hey, you have no idea how right you are.
Okay, so
Both naked and an old man.
All right, moving on.
I see.
so after
wanna
the
hear
story of the
stories.
naked old man comes the story of this guy I like to call the Psycho Surfer.
All right.
Now, why do I call him the Psycho Surfer? Well, it's real simple. This guy, he comes from PQ, and he was one of the really fucking violent ones, right? This guy also, he had these, he's this like 6'2" white guy and really long dreadlocks, right? And he's got like this tank top and swim shorts all the time. This is what he wears all the fucking time. And this guy, he only did one thing all fucking day. Keep this in mind. This comes in handy later. He had this bouncy ball, right? All this guy ever did, he walked up and down the main hallway of PCU where we were staying. And he never fucking missed. Not once did I see this man lose the bouncy ball and have it like bounce away from him. Not once. This man was an expert at his craft. Now, this guy, he brought in a sleeping bag to the mental ward. Okay. Now, he doesn't set up his sleeping bag on his nice cushy mattress, right? No. He sets it up on the floor. Why? I don't know. And I wasn't particularly bothered by it until I saw he set up a sleeping bag right in front of the cubby holes where the rest of us kept our shit. So, in the effort of not stepping on his sleeping bag and not getting the shit kicked out of us, we had to reach over his sleeping bag to grab our stuff.
What do you mean?
And this guy's got a pretty wide fucking sleeping bag for some reason, so it wasn't easy. And I had it worst of all, because my cubby hole was on the very far side. Very far. So, in order to get to my shit, I had to plant 1 foot down on the ground, brace one hand on one side of the cubby holes, reach as far as I could with my other leg like dangling out, desperately trying to make sure I'm not stepping on a sleeping bag, grab my shit, book, clothes, shampoo, toothbrush, anything, and then I could step off and do whatever I wanted, right? And one day I got sick of this. I'm just tired of it. I don't want to do it anymore. So I look around. Nobody's in the room. The Psycho Surfer is not in the room. I peek outside the hallway. Nobody's there. So I'm like, okay, guess I'm safe. So I step on top of a sleeping bag, grab my shit, walk off, and everything's good. Everything's good. I never get caught.
That's awesome because
2 days later,
Joan of Arc,
my mother's visiting me, right?
after seeing that, I'm like,
And we're sitting down, and up comes Psycho Surfer with his bouncy ball. Fuck. 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 And he stops. And he looks straight at me. He's got this pissed look on his face. He's fucking right up to me. And he's like, you. And I was just like, yeah? Yeah, what's up, dude? You know, my voice is cracking. I'm starting to sweat. My body is itching all over because, like, the fucking sweat is going through unused pores because I never work out. And, like,
No.
and this guy says to me, did you touch my fucking socks? And I'm like, fuck, he knows. I must have fucked his socks somehow when I was stepping on his sleeping bag. Jesus Christ, I am gonna fucking die here. That's what's going through my mind, right? So the only thing I can think to do is to look at this guy and say, and just lie through my teeth. I'm like, no. And he looks at me, gets a little bit closer, squinting, and he
knows
says,
you were
okay.
lying.
And he walks away. Now, hold up. I can't claim I saw this bit. I can't claim I heard this next bit. All I know is that the staff and the people and the patients were all talking about this, how this guy got transferred right back to PQ 2 hours after talking to for beating the shit out of somebody while screaming about socks.
Oh, no. It must have touched his socks.
Now, week 3. I'm in a new room. I'm in a new place. I like a sister ward. And it's more free form, right? Like, we decide when we wake up, we decide what we eat, we're allowed to go outside even, unsupervised, if we, get enough good boy points, or whatever you want to call them, right?
Is it bad you're making me want to go to a mental ward? Because this sounds amazing.
you can make it. You're fucked up enough, Krieger.
No, dude, you want to know the first fucking mental ward, right? No, dude, the first mental ward, you want to know what I ate for dinner every single night? Beef tips with mushroom sauce. And it was the best fucking shit I ever ate.
You just ate the same thing over and over again because it was so good.
You're just making me want to go to a mental ward even more.
Yeah, the only downside is you have to see all
that sounds like paradise. Beef tips.
You go there for mental health, you stay because it's got awesome food.
Yeah, and get this, we had a computer.
Naked old
we had a fucking computer with free internet access.
Wait,
you know what I'm gonna do with that computer?
You had internet access? Like,
we had internet.
You get free house, free lodging, free food, and you get to play fucking WoW or whatever it is crazy people play.
No, I'm serious. Like, I was talking with all my Discord buddies. Like, yeah, it's not too bad. I'm good.
I'm gonna go rub some shit on some walls. Be right back.
Exactly.
Now, new room, new people, and if I had, or if I wanted, to write a book about this period of my life, right? I would name the chapter where I was in this specific mental ward as Ming's Dynasty.
Oh my.
Because of this motherfucker named Ming. Now, Ming, he played with a bouncy ball of a different kind, basketball, right? He was always in the basketball courts, swish, all that kind of shit, right? And he was pretty good at it. This guy slept in the same room as me. This was a smaller one, so basically all the guys slept in the same room, and all the women slept in the same room. It was only like 10 people total.
Wait, that's sort of a deal breaker. How do you fucking masturbate when everyone's stuck in the same room?
Bro,
yeah.
you gotta do what you gotta
This
do.
went from the Hotel Hilton to like an orphanage real quick.
Oh.
Bro, they are in a mental ward. They don't care. They go at it.
I made an observation, though. I got up an hour after everyone else because I was lazy and I was depressed and I didn't want to get up. You know, kind of regular shit for a kid my age at the time, right?
Wake up when they're supposed to, yeah.
Exactly, absolutely. Especially if you're never supposed to wake up, according to these people.
Wow.
That sounded way darker coming out of my mouth than I thought it
was. My dude.
That is the opposite of what they are supposed to tell you. You got bamboozled.
No, they didn't care when we waked up, only that we did.
Just run into the.
Okay.
Whoops. I was gonna say, my
All right,
dude.
that's better.
You got that.
Okay. So, this guy, he got up an hour before me, basically every day, and this is what's going through my mind. Because one day, I wake up, you know. I'm kind of like, I sit up, I stretch, I turn around, and there's Ming, and he's just staring at me, blocking the exit to the room. And I'm like, okay, how long has this guy been up? And how long has he been staring at me?
And why is he touching his pee-pee looking right in my eyes?
No. He's staring at me, and first thing he says to me, I shit you not, first thing he says to me is, hey, man. Because this guy's got on some serious medication, so he talks, like, really fucking slowly. He's like, hey, got a couple of things I want to say to you. I'm like, okay. Looks at me. First thing he says, I want you to stop touching my socks. And I'm like, fuck, not again. Okay,
I
and
can't tell if you're memeing us or if this is really
no, I
happening.
swear to God, man, this fucking happened. This fucking happened. I'm not shitting you.
Is your life a meme?
Is that
Dude,
when
I
you
got
reached into your pockets and pulled out spaghetti?
No, dude. Then again, I was like
spaghetti.
unmedicated and schizophrenic, so I could have fucking hallucinated this entire 3-week period. I got no fucking
You were
idea.
looking at him, and that was at that time that you realized it was the goddamn Loch Ness Monster asking for tree fitty yet again. Wait. Are socks like fucking cigarettes in prison in the mental ward? Like socks are like a bartering item or something?
No. I don't know why this guy
Like
fucking
if you
cared
don't want
about.
to get raped in the shower, do you just give him some clean socks and you're good?
Just like, here's some freshly washed socks. Leave me alone. Don't violate me.
Dude, I gotta say, your commentary makes this even funnier.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Give me your food, and I'll give you some socks, bro.
So.
Hey man, don't bend me over. I got some fresh socks.
You can just take the socks off me, okay?
Yeah, just take them. Take them. I don't need them.
Is that the whole story from Ming, or is there more?
No,
there's
he
more?
says some more. He says some more, and then it's the end.
Oh, God.
He's like, okay. And then, I don't want you to talk to my mom. I'm like, all right, you know, I'm starting to starting to like freak out just a little bit, you know, because I'm like, what are these people, psychic? And this guy, he seems like he thinks he's a hard ass, right? You know, he's a real tough looking kind of guy. So maybe he's like embarrassed that his mom's here. He doesn't want anyone talking to his mom. This guy, and I should mention, this guy looks like 21, 20, that kind of deal. And and I'm like, okay,
please.
No, I won't talk to your mom. Now, the last thing this guy says to me, he just looks me straight in the eye. He's like, and last, I want you to stop touching me in my sleep.
I mean, that's on you, man. Those are your dreams.
Yeah, that's so
I just look at this guy, and I'm just like, all right, man, sure, whatever you want. I'm with a smile on my face, like I'm trying to be as charming as possible here. And it's like, all right, thank you for talking to me. And this man goes downstairs. I wait a little bit because I'm a little bit shell-shocked. You know, get my things together, get dressed, take a shower, that kind of deal. I walk downstairs, and I never see this man ever again.
He just fucking walked out.
He was
Are
getting
you
out.
sure
He
he
decided
was
to
real?
fuck with you for one last time.
Yeah,
He's like,
no,
I gotta go out with a bang. I'm gonna fucking.
He
see
was
if this
going out in a
screws
day, and he's
someone
like, I'm
over.
just gonna go around and fuck with everybody and make them all paranoid as fuck. Alright,
I mean, it's a mental ward, so that's not really that hard.
Yeah.
I don't know where
I
the
know.
fuck this guy went. I don't know what the fuck this guy did. Like, if he escaped or some shit, nobody was talking about it. Like, I don't know what
Did
the
you
fuck.
not ask
where he
anybody
fucking went.
about him?
I didn't fucking dare. I'm like, I just
Ming?
want to
What do you
my
mean?
life.
There's nobody named Ming that lives here. What are you talking about?
Wait, Citrus.
Who's Ming? Do we need
If
to
you
increase
never
your
saw
meds again?
him again, are you sure you ever actually saw him in the first place?
Oh, dude. Okay, there have been instances of shit like that happening, and that's a whole different story, because Schizo's a bitch.
You're telling us this story while you're standing in the middle of.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
They called him Citrus. And it's crazy fucking story.
Somewhere.